With the new reunion special of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers just around the corner, I've been thinking a lot about how the show dynamic will be. This is the oldest team of Rangers we have ever seen before. Will they have a mentor? Do they need a mentor? And if they do, who would it be? Will Zordon somehow come back? Let's discuss. First of all, let's ask the question. Does a Ranger team have to have a mentor? Well, when I think about the recipe for a season of Power Rangers, I would probably think about a team of 5 Rangers, a later added 6th Ranger, Zords, and a mentor that either provides them with powers and sends them away on their missions and battles, just like Zordon. But when I think about every previous season, there hasn't always been a mentor. Let's go through them. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Zeo both had Zordon as the mentor, with Alpha 5 helping out. Turbo had Zordon and Alpha 5 again in the beginning until they were replaced by Demetria and Alpha 6. In Space didn't have a mentor since Zordon had been captured by the villains. Andros, the Red Ranger, knew about this and so probably saw Zordon as a mentor as well, but during the season, as there wasn't one, the team just went to a leader format depending on the plan of action. TJ usually came up with the battle strategies before they went into battle. Lost Galaxy didn't have a mentor due to Zordon being dead. Alpha 6 was still there, so he tried to help out the best he could, but he wasn't created to be a mentor. Lightspeed Rescue had Captain Mitchell as the mentor due to being the captain of the operation, with Mrs. Fairweather fulfilling the tech operations. Time Force did have a mentor in the future, Alex and Captain Logan, but when Trip, Jen, Lucas and Katie had gone to the past, they were on their own, but they did have Circuit to help them out with certain things. Wild Force had Shayla, but she didn't really fill the traditional mentor role. Ninja Storm had Sensei, who became the guinea pig. Dino Thunder, of course, had Tommy Oliver. SPD had Commander Doggy Kruger. Mystic Force had Udonna. Overdrive had Andrew Hartford. Jungle Fury had Master Mao in the beginning before he was destroyed, and then RJ became the mentor. RPM had Dr. K and to an extent Colonel Truman. Samurai had Mentor G. Megaforce had Goze. Dino Charge had Keeper. Ninja Steel doesn't really have a mentor again, but I guess you could say that Mick fills that role due to being a sort of advice giver. Beast Morphers, I guess, had General Shaw, and Dino Fury had Solon. So, with that said, when the Rangers do return, will they have a mentor? Now, like I said at the start, this is easily the most experienced veteran team we will ever see in action. Do they really need a mentor? The answer is more than likely no, especially with someone like Billy on the team. Someone wise enough and experienced enough to make the right decisions. He also does have experience as some sort of advice giver within the Zeo season when he stepped back from being a Ranger. So, in my honest opinion, that's the most likely scenario. However, there are definitely other possibilities. So let's talk about those, and please feel free to discuss your theories in the comments section. The most obvious character that everyone would love to see make a return would be the OG, the big blue head floating in a tube, Zordon himself. Now, while I would love this to happen, we all know that Zordon was killed off in Power Rangers in Space by Andros. And I think, even though it would be great to see him again, it completely undermines the importance of that episode. It takes away all of the good that it did. It takes away from the unbelievable sacrifice that Zordon made to save others. So personally, I hope it's not the case. But there are other ways they could have him make an appearance without bringing him back from the dead. I'm sure they could have a flashback or even some kind of interdimensional contact or something. I'm not holding on to any hope, but I think it's possible. How about bringing back Demetria and Alpha 6? Now, while this is technically a possibility, I just don't feel like they were important enough characters to really warrant a return. Now, none of the other season mentors really make much sense, so I won't even bother going over those, but there is one that does make sense, and that is potentially Anubis Doggy Kruger. We know that the Rangers are wearing uniforms that say SPA, or Space Patrol Alpha, which I assume is either another wing or at least a prelude to SPD, so perhaps bringing in a character from that show makes the most sense. And there is no one I'd rather see than Anubis. It could also perhaps be a parent of one of the original SPD Rangers or something as well. Anything like that I think would be really great. The only other option that really makes any sense to me is to bring back another veteran Ranger. One to lead the team. Let's be honest, while this is a great team that's coming back for this reunion, none of them are really leaders. Rocky was a great Red Ranger, but he never led. In fact, the whole team at one point or another were led by either Jason or Tommy. So who is out there that is a good enough leader and experienced enough to come back and lead the most experienced of Rangers? Well, if it was down to me, I would probably pick TJ. I think he was one of the best leader rangers ever, and also has a lot of experience, and was involved in some of the biggest battles and moments in all of Power Rangers. So if I was to pick any ranger outside of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to come and be an advisor for this team, it would probably be him. There are a bunch of others as well that would make great choices, but I want to leave that to you guys to discuss with me in the comments. So if you could pick any ranger that's not from Mighty Morphin to come back and be the, not necessarily mentor, but advice giver, let's say, who would you pick? Let's discuss. Okay, that brings us towards the end of this video. I'm super excited for this reunion, and I really hope you guys are too. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Power Rangers content. If you're looking for somewhere to share and discuss Power Rangers, be sure to join the 6th Ranger Facebook group. It's growing every day, and it's a great place to share and discuss. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. May the power protect you, and I'll see you next time on the 6th Ranger.